I will start first with the challenges and then keep the happy side for last, right? So, being a black person here in the US has been a challenge, and especially nowadays. Uh, I see it all the time with my children. Sometimes they get teased because of the color. They're not black, they're not white, they're in the middle. And sometimes their skin color becomes a problem and they get teased about it. My son has a big afro and the hair, a lot of times they use it to pick on him for that. So that has been it's been really challenging to really try to fit in. The other thing is, I have an accent, and a lot of people try to use my accent to use it against me. A lot of times, my brain processes things in French first before me trying to speak in English. So sometimes it takes me a second to really think about what I'm going to say because a lot of time when your brain is wired a certain way, it kind of takes time to rewire it to adjust to where you live. And a lot of people think it's funny and they use that sometimes to say mean things. But I believe that being different and trying to fit in a society that has been created to pressure the minorities, for me personally, it has been a challenge to try to come out of that particular stigma. But the good thing is that a lot of people, especially millennium, are thinking a different way. Inclusion has become something that's a lot of people wanted to do. And the, one of the proof is I am here. You guys are interviewing me because you wanted to know a little bit more about me. So the good thing that's the joyful things about being who I am and being in this skin color, it pushes me to really work hard and really set goals to do well and also to help other people. So I've been really advocating for other people and always going out of my way to help those, not just black people, not just people of color, but also we have homeless that don't have a voice, and a lot of people really don't look at them in a good way. So I've been trying to advocate for those that don't have a voice in a community. In my home country, well, everybody looked like me, so it was, it's not something to worry about racism over there. But for the first time, I experienced racism when I ran for Roanoke Park City Council. It was last year in November. I encountered a lot of racism because I am an immigrant and because I'm a woman of color. A lot of people thought that when I was talking about helping immigrants, that I was turning the country into, I was gonna turn the town into something that people didn't like. And that I got called all kind of names, really, really mean names. It was really hurtful. It took me a week to stop my campaign, to digest, and then go back on the field. But despite all those racism, I felt strongly that it was time for somebody to stand up and deal with it. Because not everybody have the strength to deal with racism, because racism, not only racism hurt a person, but it also hurts your spirit, your mind. It affects every aspect of your life. And on that, I went through it, and it is something that I will never want anybody to go through. So for me, I turned this negative experience to even want to do more for the people that deal with racism. Because I have a son, and I know that there's certain things that I can tell you, but because you guys are children, I have to really filter a lot of things. But all I can tell you guys is that racism do exist, and a lot of people tend to ignore it, sometimes because it doesn't really affect them directly, or it's not, they weren't the target. But it's, in reality, it affects all of us one way or the other. That's why we should not treat people based on their color or based on how they look. We should really treat people the way we want it to be treated. That's how we can bring the difference. There's no difference between me being black, you being white, her being brown, or her being Asian. All of us come from the same place, and I believe that you guys are the hope of our next generation coming up. You guys will bring that change, and that's why I fight strongly about doing the best I can to educate children to understand that racism is a real thing, and we need to stop it from the bottom.
Hello, it's your boy, Kevin Luis Amudio Medina.
Hi, my name is Brian Villalobos.
Hello, my name is Gahi Yefner. Hello, my name is Vanessa Carapia.
Hello, my name is Yanma Gonzalez.